I'm Jay.
And I'm Sean.
And we watched a movie.
It's kind of our thing.
It is kind of our thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Wow. So let me get this right out of the way at the top. It is called Nobody Sleeps in the Woods Tonight. We have called it many, many things, but rarely that.
We got close a couple of times.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the neighborhood. We're in the woods, but...
No sleep.
Yeah, we knew you should not do this in the woods.
Yeah, we did know that, actually.
Yeah.
Don't go in the creepy woods.
I mean, we've always known that.
Yeah. But these teens didn't.
No, they did. This was not their choice. You're forgetting.
Yeah.
So this is a new movie on Netflix. It is a horror movie. It is a straight up horror movie. You'll not get much horror movier than this. Yeah, so it is a legit scary movie. It is a Polish horror movie, I want to say.
You're right. Yep.
So it is about these teenagers who are going to some sort of like rehab in the woods. It's like a camp.
They're unplugging. They're being unplugged from their phones.
Right.
They're addicted
to something. We only ever hear one guy's backstory, and it was very unconvincing because he could have been like
he's a professional
millionaire.
Gamer.
Yes,
yeah.
He like a literal professional gamer who makes
successful YouTuber.
Yeah. Yes. So I don't know what his parents are thinking, but clearly they haven't heard.
They're a little backwards.
This is a job now.
Yeah.
People do.
Yep, he could have been buying them whatever, mansions and Mercedes.
Mm-hmm. Instead, they're still wasting their hard-earned money on stupid camp.
Yeah.
Stupid murder camp. So what happens? Okay, so 5 teenagers are marched off into the woods by a leader who takes her job a little seriously. She's dressed like...
She's always got camouflage on.
She lives there full time. Yeah,
She's got a camouflage tent. It's overkill.
It's a little overkill.
Doesn't help either. Yeah.
Overkill. Making the murder puns, this one. Okay, so that very first night, what happens is 2 teenagers sneak out of their non-camouflaged tents and have a sexy rendezvous on the beach.
Yep.
So you know what that means.
Murder.
Right. Just by slasher flick rules, they're not going to make it. And in fact, by morning, one of them is already dead. We see what happens to him. They just find some blood on a tree the next morning and decide to split up to look for him. Yes. Yeah. So by this point, the gamer, he knows the rules. And so he does voice his concern at this plan, this terrible, terrible plan. But Camel Lady hasn't been to a theater since the 90s.
But even then she should have known.
Well, it's true. Well, we don't know what goes on in Poland in the 90s, do we?
I bet they had Friday the 13th over there. It was probably actually just coming out in the 90s since it came out here in like the 80s.
Okay. So anyways, these are the choices they're making. They're not the best choices.
They're the worst choices.
They're the worst choices. Meanwhile, we have had a glimpse of our bad guy, and boy, it's a doozy.
Yeah.
In fact, guy might be a misnomer because is it even human?
He's a monster.
It's a creaturey, monstery, and don't worry, there is a backstory, and you'll be quite satisfied with the scientific soundness of it.
Yeah. Totally.
Gosh, and up until very recently, he was kept chained up in a trapdoor basement situation. But he ate his captor.
Yep.
You know, the goats just weren't cutting it anymore.
Yep.
Now he's on the loose, but he's not just hungry. He's out for revenge.
He's mad.
Like, So, like some
he's
people,
not killing these people to
he
eat
eats,
them.
but a lot of the times he's just enjoying himself, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Working out some of that pent-up rage.
Sure, as you do, as you would.
Yeah.
I get it.
He's been chained up for too long.
And yet, no sense of irony for the fact that he is now chaining other people up in that very same basement.
Nope, none whatsoever.
But, trauma victims do reenact a lot, so...
This is classic.
Maybe he's not a bad guy, he's just been through some stuff.
No, he's a bad guy.
Okay, yeah, he's definitely a bad guy. Boy, a lot of people eat it. It's really...
basically everyone in this movie is gonna die.
Sure, yeah. It's really bloody, it's, whew.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you enjoy it?
I feel like it doesn't get to where it needs to go. Because we do have the guy, like the gamer guy, who is like aware of what's happening and how stupid this is. But the movie doesn't do anything with that.
It doesn't capitalize on it, no.
And I think if you're going to go in that direction, you got to go all the way. You got to do Scream.
It's 2020.
Yeah.
You have to be better than Scream.
You have to be better than Scream.
Scream 5 is going to have to be a heck of a lot better than Scream was in the 90s.
You have to go that way, or else
exactly.
Don't have this gamer explaining
That's true. Don't cite the rules. Don't be referential and then have it.
Just have it be people doing stupid things.
Yes.
And it's a throwback because we love slasher movies.
We do.
And I think the villain is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean that caught me off guard. I have to say that's not what I was necessarily prepared for. I thought it could have just been a deranged guy, but no, this was something elevated.
It is.
Something a little unexpected.
He's menacing.
Oh yeah, he's plenty menacing. Whew. Yeah, but like you said, don't get too attached to anyone.
No, it's a whole bunch of murder.
There's a lot of murder. They find people to murder that we don't even know about when the film starts. Right. So, that's how a thorough search of the woods they are doing, is they are turning up people we didn't even know were out there.
And they're somewhat creative. I mean, I can't give them full creativity, but they do a lot of different kind of murders.
Yes, they do. They're not attached to any one MO, are they?
No. Mixing it up.
Oh gosh.
Working with what they're given.
Scene, body to body, working just found materials. It's quite gosh. Yeah.
Although I feel like he brought along that wood chipper.
It was just conveniently there. No, when we see it, it is just there for no reason. But nobody
it's
is
there
working.
For a reason.
Well, yeah, it is. The convenient disposal of sexual predators.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That guy definitely deserved it.
He did deserve it. We don't feel bad. You almost feel bad for the bad guy who can't fit in his nice Italian loafers. No. You know what? There's so many weird bits in this movie. But yes, if you were in it for a slasher movie with it felt like a throwback bad guy,
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Just stalking around, not saying anything, not having any super deep motivation.
Oh, no.
I just love killing. Just love killing teens out by the lake in the woods.
Murdering is his number one personality trait. So what are you gonna do?
They don't need to complicate it, really.
No, they don't. So
it's all right. I mean, it's not good, but
it's not good.
It is what it is.
Yet, it is kind of perfect Halloween fare. It is newly dropped on Netflix, so you haven't seen it. Definitely know what you're in for.
Have no expectations. None at all.
Yeah, there will be blood.
Oh, there'll be so much blood.
Absolutely be blood. Yeah. So steal your loins, girl. Gird your loins. Yeah.
A good one.
I think those teenagers should have girded theirs a little more heavily.
Much harder.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what you should really do in the woods. First of all, it's true. Don't sleep in the woods. Why does anyone ever need to do this? You don't. A lot of bad stuff goes down in the woods.
I know, and they had a camp. They didn't have to go away from camp to sleep in the creepier woods.
Yeah, and they were, like, the worst part for me was when they were just going to eat, like, that tin.
Oh, that was disgusting. Yeah.
Before we get to the
cans of dog
murdering.
food.
Yeah. They're not just going to be sleeping in the woods.
No,
they're
they're
going
really
to be shitting in the woods for the whole... I was envisioning a much different sort of horror unfolding, and luckily nobody lives long enough to even have that first tummy trouble. So, you know, convenient, I guess, a little that way.
It's a bright spot.
Silver linings, folks. That's what we're offering here. Thanks so much for watching, and remember to tune in on Halloween the 31st because we are having a new giveaway. See you then, folks. Bye.
Bye.